Hey guys, it's Clayton here. Welcome back to a new video. I just got home from a concert not too long ago. Got home maybe like 20 minutes ago or so. It is currently 12:26 in the morning. It is now Thursday, September 18th, but earlier, so it was like Wednesday, September 17th, I was at a concert at Baba Yaga in Seattle. That was my sixth time going to Baba Yaga. Yeah, it was my 76th concert of the year and pretty sure my 285th concert in my life. It was an amazing show. I've been to almost 300 shows now, and I'd say it's probably in my top 20 or top 25. Um, so, given how many shows I've been to, that's it's pretty high up there. It was an amazing time. I got to see four local bands. In order of who played tonight, there was Nestor, Kuroshi, Stoneyard, and Circa 40. And Circa 40 is the only band I hadn't seen before. So it was my 10th time seeing Nestor, my 14th time seeing Kuroshi, and my 9th time seeing Stoneyard. And they're on my shirt right now. Love them. Got this shirt my 8th time seeing them. It was like within the last 2 months that I saw them that I got this shirt. And then Circa 40, like I said, that was my first time seeing them. They're kind of I don't know exactly when they started, but I'd say they're like a newer, at least new to me, emo, screamo band. It was really cool seeing them, but sometimes for me, I feel like the first time doesn't count because like if it's not a band I'm familiar with, it's kind of harder to. The experience is different if I'm seeing a band for the first time and I've never heard them before. But I guess I'm talking about this a bit out of order. But yes, Circa 40 is the last band that played. I enjoyed their set, and for them, I was watching from the side of the stage. So the stage is right here, and stage is right here, crowd's over here, and I'm off to the side over here, right next to the door to the green room. And I enjoyed watching. I think they did a really good performance, but I'm just not really super familiar with their music. But I know that like bands in that kind of genre, their fans kind of go all out for it. So I was excited to see it. I think I've seen videos of them where people are like on like some of the crowd is even on stage with them, or just the fans. The crowd goes crazy, and it was really fun watching the crowd tonight and how into it they were getting. At one point, I saw Torsen, the bassist from Kuroshi. He ran on stage and tried to jump off and go crowd surfing, and it wasn't a complete fail, but people. It's not like they didn't drop him. It just he didn't get a crowd surf. He just kind of just he didn't fall down on the floor. It just didn't work out. It wasn't really crowd surfing, but yeah, it was fun watching the crowd during that. So yeah, like I said, I was to the side stage, and so I was seeing the back of the guitarist. I never actually saw the front of his guitar, so kind of an interesting perspective. And I didn't get the best view of the singer. But yeah, I got to see the band plus a full view of the crowd, so that was really fun to watch like that. Um, and then the first band that played was Nestor. 10th time seeing them. I would say that tonight was my favorite time seeing them. They did really great. They sounded great. Um, I don't know the whole set list that they played. Like, I'm pretty familiar with the songs, except the last song they played. That was the first time playing it live. So it was also my first time hearing it live. And I thought it was great. I thought their entire set was great. Their opening song was called Average Weekend. And I think almost every time I've seen them this year, they've opened with that one. I think the first time I saw them this year was January 16th at Sunset Tavern. And I think that was my first time seeing them open with that. Might be wrong. But back in April, I think it may have been April 3rd, I saw them play at Drongo HQ, which is like a house venue somewhere in like the U District, I think. And that one, they opened up with the song Hoarder Song. But other than that time, other than April 4th, or other than April 3rd, every other time I've seen them this year, they've opened with Average Weekend, which is a great song. And yeah, I got full set videos of every band, and I'm pretty happy with how I got my video of them this time. because I was kind of like locked in, and I was trying to film it like the best I could, really zooming in a lot and just focusing on the different band members. And that was fun to watch the crowd too, because every now and then I was like right at the front, but every now and then I'd turn around and just get videos of the crowd and how they were feeling the music. And like when I'm recording a show, I don't always like to just show the band, because I try to capture what the experience is like going to a show. And I think it's really important to see the crowd, and how they're feeling. Maybe you can see somewhat like the emotion they're getting from the music. Um, I love going to shows. I feel really alive. And the thing is, I love seeing other people at shows and seeing how the music is impacting them, and just seeing the life that's happening at the show. I think it's beautiful how you can go to a show and just in a room with a bunch of strangers, and then you're just connected because of the music. It's beautiful, I think. Anyways, yeah, Nestor, they did amazing. 10th time seeing them, and I'd say that was my favorite time seeing them. Um, and the second band that played was Kuroshi. It was my 14th time seeing them. They also did really great. I think that was my shortest time, or it's like the shortest set I've ever seen them play. It was like about 20 minutes. Um, I don't know, like, I've probably heard most of those songs that they played, but most of them, I think except for one, are going to be on their new album, which actually comes out on Sunday, and I'm blanking on the name of it right now, but they have a new album, their second album coming out on Sunday. Although their first album, it's called Life is Killer, it was released in 2020, I believe. They took that one down from streaming from like Spotify and iTunes. It might still be available on Bandcamp, but I just think they didn't really identify with that sound anymore. Plus, those songs they just don't really play live except for a few. So yeah, their first album not available on streaming, but their second album comes out on Sunday. So excited for that one to come out. Um, the songs, the titles I do know that they played, um, Sunflowers. Um, I really like that song. Pretty Bird, or Here Comes a Pretty Bird. I'm not sure exactly the title of that one. Hide and Seek. Um, I can't remember the names of the other ones, but I think most of the material is from the new album. Actually, they did play Fox plus Lamb, which is from their um, 2024 EP called Gnashing of Teeth. Anyways, it was a great time seeing them. Like I said, shortest set I've ever seen them play. And each Kuroshi show I've ever seen each Kuroshi show is pretty unique. I don't, I'm trying to think of how to put it. It's just a pretty special experience, I'd say. And maybe you have to have an appreciation for that kind of thing, for their kind of performance. But I mean, sometimes you'll see a band and it's almost like they're replicating another concert they've played, or it can, some bands, like, you'll see them play a show and it's pretty similar to a different show they've played. But for Kuroshi, I guess you just never really know what to expect. It seems like there's always some things that go wrong in a way, like Perrin broke strings on his guitar, or it was during the first or second song, he's putting his guitar, I think it may have even been before the show even started, he was putting his guitar on, like, with the strap, and I think the strap came loose and the guitar fell off, so it hit the ground. And just, there's imperfections throughout the set that, I mean, the energy is insane, and I mean that in the best way, about the imperfections, because like the imperfections are what make it perfect. It's the whole Kuroshi thing. I was telling Perrin, who's the lead singer, after the show, that they kind of remind me of Joy Division in a way, because you'll listen to a Joy Division album and it's not the same as seeing them live, and it's a different kind of thing, but it's special, and I can't think of the right word to put for it. It's raw. It's raw sounding. So Kuroshi, seeing them live, it's full of energy, it's raw, and I love it. Might not be for everyone, but it just, if you, I think it's amazing. I think you should totally experience a Kuroshi show because uh, it's great. It's, you never know what to expect. I love it. So yeah, that was fun. Third band that played was Stoneyard, and like I said, they're on my shirt. This is my 9th time seeing them. And before their set started, I actually got to meet Ryan's girlfriend, and Ryan is the singer and guitarist of Stoneyard. And his girlfriend's name is Chrissy. It's really nice getting to meet her. After Stoneyard finished playing, I got a little interview with her, talking about like, oh, what band did you come here to see? And she's talking about Stoneyard, and it was a nice conversation. And I'll be uploading that one later too. Lately, I've been trying to get into interviewing concert goers to try to get like their perspective of the music scene, and I just think it's interesting to do that. But Stoneyard was great. Like Nestor was great. Kuroshi energy was insane. And I feel like for Stoneyard, it's some parts of the set were like mellow, and it's kind of like the third band, like for them, their set is like you kind of get to relax during it. You get some rest time in between Kuroshi and Circa 40, and it's just like a really chill vibe, and it was an amazing time. I think they played 2 new songs. Their second to last song was Amelia's Hand, which is one of my favorite live songs of all time. It's an amazing experience, and I didn't know that they were going to play that. I mean, I guess I could have assumed, but once they started playing it, it's like, oh my gosh, this is the moment. I love it. So with that one, I showed the audience a bit more in my video and how they were like feeling the music, I guess. But yeah, I think Stoneyard and Nestor played about like 30-minute sets. Kuroshi was about 20 minutes, and Circa 40 was between 30 and 35 minutes. But yeah, for Nestor, Kuroshi, and Stoneyard, I was like right in front of the stage, and then Circa 40, I was at like the right hand side of the stage. But yeah, it was a great show. I can't remember if I already said this, but it really felt like a family reunion almost. Like I just enjoy, like I'm friends with a lot of the band members there, or yeah, I'm friends with them, and just lots of people I cared about were there tonight. I got to see some friends from the local scene, so it was just a great place to be at. Also, I mean, this whole show was for Grenade Bunny Records. They put out their new record, or Grenade Bunny Records is a local DIY record label. It's put together by Perrin from Kuroshi, and then Luciano Rado. I think his last name is pronounced Rado. And Luciano is a photographer in the local Seattle scene. So those two put together Grenade Bunny Records, and then they made a compilation album called, I think, Sharp Edges of, I have it right here, Sharp Edges of Neglect. And the compilation album has 6 local bands on it. It's got Swamp Wife, My Better Half, Stoneyard, Kuroshi, Nestor, and Circa 40. Although I think My Better Half might be based more in Bellingham, but I pre-ordered a copy of it and I picked it up at the show. So here it is. And as you can see, I got most of the band members there tonight to sign it, and it's cool. Like most of them, like my friends in Nestor. Well, I think in Nestor I only got Nathan and Cameron to sign it. So at a future Nestor show, I'll have to get Nikolai and Levi to sign it. But yeah, I got all Circa 40 to sign it. I got Stoneyard to sign it, and then I think I got everyone in Kuroshi to sign it except for Rahul, because Rahul wasn't there. Rahul's their drummer. So instead of Rahul drumming for Kuroshi tonight, Billy from Black Ends was their drummer tonight. Which I think Perrin told me that every show up until now, Rahul has been the drummer. So this is a bit different for them. And then I also was able to get this sheet from Baba Yaga. That was the venue, saying like the order of the bands and like what time they're on. I got Perrin from Kuroshi to sign it. He's a bro. I love Perrin. He's a great guy. I really appreciate him. Anyways, there's a set time sheet. I'm gonna take this out of here. So yeah. Asher wrote "Love You, Clay Dog." Ryan wrote "You're the Best." Hudson wrote "Clay Dog Barks." It's my YouTube channel. Nathan from Nestor loves you. Clayton, you are a real one. Much love, Luciano. I mean, these are really cool messages, and I really appreciate this. I think Perrin wrote, Clayton, love you forever, dude. Thank you for everything, man. You mean the world to the world. Much love, Perrin. That's like so cool. Cameron who's a drummer for Nestor wrote, love you, woof woof. Because sometimes the people call me Clay Dog and we're like, woof. Yeah. Yeah, Torsen, the bassist for Kuroshi, wrote, keep rocking in the free world. Oh my gosh, like this is like so cool. This is probably one of my favorite records I own now, just because to have all these nice messages on here and signatures, that's freaking awesome. I didn't have them sign on the back. I just had everyone sign on the front. And I brought a Sharpie with me to the show. On the back it says the song list. So side A is You Will Leave Me Behind by Circa 40. So that's track 1. Track 2 of side A is Work in Progress by My Better Half. I've seen them once, but that was earlier this year. 3 is Pretty Bird by Kuroshi. 4 is Brain Dead by Swamp Wife, which I heard, like, Brain Dead is a song off their second EP, Your Love Is All I Know, that was released in April. But apparently this version of Brain Dead is different, and it's unique and, like, limited to this album. By the way, you can only listen to this pressed on vinyl. It's not going to be streaming anywhere. 5 is Novak by Nestor, which I don't know if I've heard them play that live, but I'm excited to hear that, because Nestor's one of my favorite bands. 6 is Tattoo by Stoneyard, such a great song. Now on to side B of the album. Got Shadowflow by Circa 40, Sidecar Vice Grip by Kuroshi. So I think that one and Pretty Bird are off their new album coming out Sunday. 9 is Crawl by Nestor, great song. Next one is Plane from Anchorage by My Better Half. That's from their EP I've listened to. And then we got Labrador by Stoneyard, another great song. And then it ends with Low Tide by Swamp Wife. Swamp Wife is one of my favorite bands. And I think I've seen them about 14 times. I think I'm seeing them again next week. But yeah, Low Tide is the last song on their second EP, Your Love Is All I Know. I'm gonna take this out. This is so cool. Perrin and Luciano, you guys did a really great job. Alright, so it says, I Hate DIY Music, 2025, Seattle, Washington. Love it. Grenade Bunny Records. This is so cool. And then from here to there, it says Stoneyard, Nestor, My Better Half, Swamp Wife, Circa 40, and then lastly Kuroshi. And then wait, yeah, it's a bunny, because Grenade Bunny. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's take out the vinyl. Let's take a look. Alright. So just straight black standard vinyl. Pretty sure it's pressed on 180 gram. It does feel a bit heavier, but I know it's 180 gram because it said that online. Yeah, there's side B. This is side A. I'm definitely going to be listening to this sometime soon. This is such a cool record to add to my music collection. Like, especially just, I love this. This is so cool. All these kind words and signatures mean a lot to me. So, yeah, definitely going to keep this in the plastic after I'm done showing you this to preserve it. It's going to be in a museum someday. But anyways, I think I can wrap this up pretty soon. Like I said, this was an amazing concert. It felt like a family reunion, and moments like being at that concert, like, those are the moments worth living for. It was a great time. I love local music. I love the Seattle music scene, and tonight was just a great example of that. It's a great time. And yeah, 76th concert of the year, 285th concert of my life, and not stopping anytime soon. Also, like I said, I'm wearing my Stoneyard shirt. I've been wearing this backwards hat all night. It's my Nine Inch Nails hat. I got this in Seattle on August 12th. It's got their NIN, Nine Inch Nails symbol. It says 2025, Peel It Back, because it was their Peel It Back tour. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. This is my concert review, and then also the end of my concert vlog for the night. Anyways, thank you for watching. Have a good night. Bye.